Robin, courageous warriors against crime, they are off once again to the rescue.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
Let's go, folks. Hello, everyone.
What up? We're here.
We are here. Good to be here. God bless. I'm Lorenzo. This is my comic book son, Circumstances, and every Wednesday we do this live stream where we talk about the books that we picked up, and I do a curated list of stuff that I think you should be checking out next week, and I also throw in a couple of reviews in the middle. And in between all that, it's brought to you by the Alternative City Shop.
I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City Shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that are called CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique.
Well, isn't that special?
Very cool. Get
Yes.
you some stuff. Get you some gear. I am excited. It's here. It's finally here.
Is it here?
Comics Curing Cancer. October
it is
20th
here.
starts off finally. I just shared a clip on Instagram showing off Rob's Fat Sacks was over on the Comic Vets channel today, showing off some of the items that he had accumulated, and it's just a very small sample of what's going to be available in terms of auctions and prizes. Fundraising for the American Cancer Society, October 20th till October 22nd. It's kicking off Friday morning with Legion of Comics, and there's going to be just a bunch of shows, sketch shows, original art, slabs, raw comics, just everything is going to be available for auction. But instead of paying someone directly, you're going to donate to the American Cancer Society and show proof of that donation to get your item, because this is entirely, all of it is going to the American Cancer Society. Nobody's making money off of this. So I'm really excited about it. I put the links in the chat if you're trying to get more information about it. The link tree will give you an idea of the schedule and where you can go to see the shows. And yeah, check it out and make sure you got money, man, because there's going to be some incredible original art available. And I am trying to get Lorenzo in on one of the sketch shows. It's Friday night over with Comic Journey. They're going to be, it starts off midnight Eastern time. So it'll be 9 your time. And then they're going all night. It's the Insomniac show. So they'll be going all night, but they'll be doing sketches, live sketches while they're doing the show. There's a horror theme of some sort. And then at the end, they're going to be auctioning off the original art. So that would be super cool if we could get Lorenzo in there. I might try and buy that because I get paid Friday. So it's working out perfectly for me to just blow my paycheck and blow my paycheck, ask for forgiveness from my wife later is my plan. And I would love to blow that on some Lorenzo art. So that'd be fun. So, all right, spill over. I always take over in the beginning, don't I? Well, I'm really excited about Comics Curing Cancer, guys. Plug in for that. Links in the chat. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, I remember. I've been meaning to check up on that, but thanks for reminding me again right before the show. I think Roscoe mentioned because I subbed to Izzy, the Izzyverse. I think Izzy is a part of that too.
He does
sub
have
to his channel.
He has a sketch show as well. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just spaced in the middle of that. But can you just jump in on the chat and just draw and just show your stuff, or I guess I have to call. I mean, get in touch with
you might hit
the
sketchy. So there is. I forgot there is more than one sketch show. There is the Izzyverse sketch show, which is at 4:30 Eastern time on Friday. So 1:30 your time.
That's the
so
afternoon.
That one is much earlier in the day. Yeah, that one's much earlier in the day. But that is another sketch show with the same format where they'll be auctioning off the sketches when they're done. And then there's the later one. But yeah, if you could get in there, man, that would be awesome. I would love it. But yeah, just throw it out there, guys. Plug in and be ready for it. Shout out
Yeah.
to the chat, man. It's already popping off, man. We got Larry Love in the house. We got Phil
Hey, Larry.
Streethouse. What's up, Phil? Good to see you. We've got Chaos and Comics. I've been missing Chaos on FOC and Chill lately, but always good to see him in the chat. We got 80s Guy, and I always check out 80s Guy every morning, see what's going on that bridge. You know, I like how you put information about the trains going. There's trains that go by in his video, and he tells you what train it is and what schedule it's on. You know, it's actually it's really interesting, man. So check 80s Guy out. We got James Lang in the house, Peter Regatta. We got the lovely Miss Janet. Hello, Janet. Good to see you. John Stout in the house, Fatty Boom Batty. Real Rude. There he is. I'll wait for that.
Wait for it.
Smoke weed every day.
And there it is.
We got Ross Huggins. Ross Huggins in the house. Made it on time. You're always on time, brother. Even if you're watching the replay, you're on time, man. Thanks for coming through. Good to see you. Mojo. We got Mojo 88 in the house. Good to see you, Mojo. And I do believe that is everybody. All right. What's up?
That is everybody, pretty much. Yeah. So, so there's some news of sorts, I guess, in the old comic community, I guess, huh? In addition to the cause of comics curing comics curing cancer. I'll get it right.
We're killing cancer too, baby.
Killing cancer. As long as comics are getting killed, that's the good part. But some other things are happening, I guess, like on lighter notes, I guess CBCS changed their labels at New York Comic Con. And
we talked about this a little bit yesterday.
Yeah,
comic book people I think there is a streak of comic book collecting that is just absurd, and they just want to be angry. You know, I don't know if you've seen some of the reaction, but like
they don't like it,
being angry about it. Yeah, it's like, come on, man, breathe, brother.
I mean, you didn't like the other one. You just let's say I'm a stand for CGC, you know, and I can never leave the white bubble. I guess never leave the white. The white bubble is my thing, and I love the white bubble, and I'm just OCD about the white bubble. That's okay. I don't mind, but it was fine with me the way it was before. But I think it looks better now. You know, at least it's got an original look to it. You know, so I'm cool. I mean, and CGC.
Yeah, we need to get it.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say Chaos was feeling butthurt about his soundbite not getting played, so maybe we should.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It'll take time to restore chaos.
Where is my fucking drop? Damn it! The old
we got
DJ.
Willie Survive in the house. What's up, Will? We need a drop for Willie. What would we put for Willie?
Oh man, we already had a drop for Willie, man. But this, I don't know. It was one of those.
What's his song? What's his?
God, what did he have again? I have to look it up. Oh yeah, here it is. It's not that great though.
Don't do it, man. Not with that money.
So it's just one of my favorite screens from
like
Raisin in the Sun. But love you, Willie, man. Sydney, yeah. What is up, my friend? Yeah. So so that's one minor thing, I guess. And it looks like there's some hubbub about rebooting the DC unit, not the Marvel, the MCU, and starting over again. And some people
bring back characters that are dead. Yeah, it's probably what they need to do.
See, the thing is, I'm not going to even go into it. But
no, let's do it. What?
I'm just
saying. What?
Some parts of the community just need to move on. I mean, that chapter is closed in the MCU. The MCU is different than the Marvel continuity in comics, where you can live forever. Tony Stark is still a young, handsome man, even though he's 100, or 75 in real years, So just embrace some of give the new characters a chance. I mean, at least let's just not blow them off without even giving them a chance. I mean, let's see what they can do. I mean, the writing is a thing. If you can write a good story with almost any character, I mean, maybe they're just phoning in the writing. Maybe they have a problem with the writing. I get that, but I don't think we need to bring back. I mean, it depends on who they bring back, but still, Robert Downey Jr., he was great as Iron Man and great as Tony Stark, but damn, he's done that. I'm sure he's not, what? How much you going to pay me? I mean, is it worth it? Because he's almost as old as I am. So it's like it's like bringing me back as Luke Cage. It's just like, I don't know, man. I just think that we should give this new MCU a chance and see what happens with it. People are still, like myself, kind of concerned about going to theaters. Because COVID is still out there. I mean, we haven't, it's not gone. I mean, we don't pretend it's gone, but I mean, just hearing about Bueller's, all this health issues in his family. His stepmom caught COVID the other day. So some people still worry about going into theaters and stuff. So that affects, box office and speculation and all this stuff. We can't really pick what's going to happen. Give it a chance and see what happens. And if it sucks, then it sucks. But it doesn't suck just because it's different. That's all I'm saying. Just give the kids a chance.
I think we've given it a chance, though, and it hasn't done well. And I don't think it's just the comic book community. I think when it comes to the movies, it's not just us. In fact, I think we're just a small percentage of the audience that they're playing for when it comes to the MCU. I think they've given this new MCU a chance. It just hasn't worked yet. And for whatever reason, but it's not just comic book people who aren't buying in. It's the wider audience that's not hooking in. And they've got to figure out some way to do that, and that's why they're talking about bringing some of the old characters back. And honestly, I think it's the right move. I think that you need to bring the old characters to hold in and introduce the new characters.
But maybe it's not the characters in. Maybe it's the writing. Maybe they're right about the stories not being good. Because I don't know. I mean, okay, you bring back Tony you can't do that because he sacrificed himself for the universe. Let me see how you're going to do that. But I think like Thor is still around, and you could maybe Cap has always been able to survive somehow. Maybe they got a clone of him somewhere. They can bring back a young Steve Rogers. Hey, it's Cap. He's back. They can be creative. But
they need to bring Cap back. I think they need to bring Tony back, and they need to bring Cap back. I think
Cap's my guy. So yeah.
And maybe not come back to stay, but they need to come back and have some sort of presence in what goes forward. I think. Yeah.
I'm kind of with Ross on this too. Yeah, let Tony stay there so Reby can come on. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think this next generation might have a chance.
Up there.
I mean, okay, there was one. What was she in? She was like in that one appearance in Miss Marvel. What the hell was she in? I forget even. It was so forgettable.
Wakanda Forever.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was kind of a forgettable thing, and she was kind of a victim, and she didn't even put this suit on. I like her too,
I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah, I liked Wakanda Forever too, but I didn't love it. I think, I think it's, because it was for one reason it was shot like it was like so many scenes with Namor were shot like in the dark. What's up with that? What's up with these dark, scenes in movies? That's not appealing to me. I mean, it looks okay in a theater, but if you watch it again at home, you gotta like kill the lights and make sure recreate that whole atmosphere. If you have a home theater like some of us, so we're bawling half, I guess there's no problem. But even in the theater, it's just not it's not appealing. But so you got me started. I blame you. Get me down this rabbit hole. I'm talking all this shit.
Ross has COVID, man. Hope
man. Better. Feel better, brother.
80s guy has a sister-in-law who's caught it 3 times. But
holy shit.
Whole family is against the shot, and I would say, pick your battles, man. At the end of the day, these people who are against the vaccine, they have every right to be against it, man. So, I'm not against it. I got the shot, but like the people who are just adamantly against it, like it's their right. And it's weird. Did you ever see it was that Amazon Prime show about a pandemic right as the pandemic hit? What was that Prime show? And the whole premise of the show was that the pandemic was a ploy to get people to take a vaccine that had a special thing in it. I won't give it away because maybe you go watch it, but there was something about the vaccine that trick, and that happens right before the pandemic, which I was like, man, that's super bad timing. They actually ended up canceling that show. Rainn Wilson was on it from.
Really?
From the Olympia.
I kind of remember, but I don't remember the name of it for my life. Maybe some of the fam knows knows about it. Huh. Yeah, I mean, that's really bad time because some people are very suggestible too. They'll just believe anything, and if they want to believe it, then hey, it's already done. James has a good point about too many movies released in a year, and yeah, that's true too. But damn, some of these are like, they're talking like 8 or 27. That's a ways down the road, yo. 27 or I don't know. It's just 23 now, but I guess for 4 years it's a short time for some folks. For some of us, it's kind of a long time. But
yeah, that show was Utopia. Was the name of that show. Put the link in the chat. That show was I would have watched. That show is kind of hard to watch, but it was interesting. I was interested in another season, even though we'll never get it.
Huh.
So it might not be worth watching because there won't be another season, but it was still interesting.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah.
Alfred in the house. What's up, Alfred? The man behind Blowtorch. Good to see you, homie.
Alfred, good to see you, man. So yeah, get off my high horse here and talk about comics for for a change.
Yeah, Alfred is asking if you got beautiful soldiers today. What'd you get?
Beautiful soldiers. I don't even remember that from last week. No, I did not pick that up. But Scout, I miss a lot of Scout stuff for some reason. I don't know why, but and I love Scout, but I just miss their stuff.
And Willie mentioned Night Cruising, which I want that book. I did not see that in my shop, but I might go down south and see if I can't find that book. He said it ended with a nice cliffhanger, and I was really interested in that book for some reason, looking at the solicitation.
That's the one you thought that I was going to have as a penultimate book one week, I remember. Yeah. If I can find that one. Yeah. I didn't see that one at the shop either, but I found another even more obscure book that I bought, so that's pretty cool. Mitch Gerardis, oh my God. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's just, I mean, I don't know. It's not over. Nothing's over till we say it's over.
I love Wakanda Forever as well, actually, Chris. I actually I made a meme about it at the time about me getting butthurt about people not liking Wakanda Forever. I was getting upset about it. I had to check myself. Like, why are you getting upset about people not liking it? Let it go, dude. Let it go. Because I was feeling protective of it because I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. That was probably the first movie I was sat back in a theater and watched since pandemic. So yeah, I did like it a lot. Yeah.
Lupita is
Lupita Nyong'o.
She is perfection in that movie. She is absolutely perfect. Oh God.
She's just an awesome actor.
All kinds of made me feel tingly.
Here we go.
Tingly. Can have it if she wants it.
Oh
my God. Seriously though, every time she was on screen in that movie, I was just lit. Her face is so perfect.
She is. I mean, some people, I just have these like doll-like features, and they're just like you're just bound. You're just destined to be a model or an actor or some sort. Yeah. She's an attractive woman. Yeah, baby.
So sunshine from Harlem Nights.
Speaking of Scott. I remember that. Oh, don't make that mistake, bro. Don't make that mistake. You can have nobody come back home.
I would die without my wife. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, this is where we disagree a little bit, Ross. I was a little disappointed with Black Cotton. I really wanted it to be so good. It had these great covers. I didn't hate it either, but I was disappointed by it.
I sent you a great cover. Remember that cover I sent
you? Did.
That was a really nice.
They made some great covers. I mean, that was my beef with a lot of these books. They come out with the great covers, and the interior art is okay, or maybe sometimes the story would be a little lacking. I think. I tell you, the favorite thing I like so far is in that genre, if we will, the urban genre, has been White. Which was a sequel to Black, and I was in love with that. I mean, it was perfect. It was these like really symbolic covers, and then it had the message that was like not too preachy, which is what there's a book that's coming out this week. I thought was a little bit, well, maybe not too preachy, but a little preachy, and it also just just was able to be humorous and also telling a message like, hey, this is some real shit we're talking about. So I think that's the best I've seen so far. I haven't finished reading Black yet, which is the prequel. I just had to get I just got the trade for that. It's really hard to find. But man.
And I agree, Chaos, you do have doll-like features. I can't deny that.
Are we thinking Chucky, perhaps? I don't know.
Wouldn't be prudent. Uh-oh, we got Trev the shitting guru in the house.
Oh. Don't you blaspheme shipping like that.
No, that was
somebody called him that
last night.
Oh gosh.
Last night we were all cracking up.
That'd be cool if you could be a shitting guru, though. See, I'm not really sure how to do it. I mean, I need a guru to teach me, so I don't know. Everybody needs something. What about the sub? The suburban genre. Suburban genre. Yes. That's one of those things where you're like, it's you talking urban, what we're talking about, but suburban is almost everything else. So, I still need to, okay. Yeah, you need to get white for sure. And I'd even read Black beforehand, but Black was the series before that. But you can get Black in a trade, get that, and then read White also, which is still available in second prints. And there may be a trade for that too. But White's the bomb.com. All right, let's see what we got here. If I can get to the camera. I tell you, I'm a little slow this week. I think my gut's been giving me a little bit of a problem
this week.
Oh,
this week.
Oh, this guy! I tell you, he's something else.
This guy.
This guy is.
You're despicable.
This guy. Random eBay buy. Speaking of random eBay buys, I know this book was part of the trending 20 and the Tom's top 10 a couple of weeks ago. That's not why I got it. It had been on my list for a while because I love Walt Simonson's covers. So this is what is this? 353, first Mobius, M. Mobius.
That one. And
you do?
It's his first cover, bottom left.
It is. Bottom left.
How much did you pay for it?
That's a good thing. I was watching Tom's video, and Russ said you can get this book. People are paying crazy amounts for it graded. You can find this book in high grade for less than $50. So they got me inspired. Okay, I'm going to find it for less than $50. And I found an auction where this guy was selling this random eBay guy, and I paid. It ended like on a Thursday night or something, some odd hour. So I was able to kind of swoop in and get it for like $17. It was and he said it was near mid minus, and it looks great. I kid you not. I mean, I took it out of. He didn't ship it in a Gemini box, so I was lucky that it came like it did. But he packed it well. But man, this is really close to near mint.
I wanted you to say a number higher than my number.
Was yours higher than 50?
Mine was 30.
Okay,
I bought mine a while back.
Okay,
but yeah, it was 30.
That's probably the going rate.
Now's probably a good time.
Yeah,
now's a good time to go get that book. I might go buy another one.
Yeah. I mean, that's one that I've been looking for a while.
Actually, maybe it's not with Loki going right now. Actually, I just haven't watched it yet, but it is going right now. So now is probably not the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because recently, I was lucky. I think. Yeah, I just lucked out. Yeah. I sniped at the end, and nobody out sniped me, so I got lucky. This is the thing I was talking about. That's more obscure than the books we were talking about. This is what Allstar Statics. This is by this cat named Jeffrey Lewis, who I'm not familiar with his work, but I opened it up and I saw like, oh, this is kind of cool. Because he's a cartoonist, writer, and he calls comics, I guess, statics. Is that a thing? Is that a thing that I'm not aware of? Or did he just make that up? Anyone?
I've never heard that.
Class? So I guess static is maybe his term for comics that don't use the word comics. But anywho,
I feel like Chaos I feel like Chaos would know the answer. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's something they used to call it back then."
Random, yeah, I know. In fact, that was the name of his page, Random eBay Guy. Yeah, I might even steal that. So this guy's actually just gonna bust it open real quick. The Allstar Comics, because he got this back page where he starts a story about the crisis in Ukraine, and he's got his own like superheroes where he's and it's continued on like interior page 28, which is pretty cool. And the rest of the book is pretty much black and white. And like the first page is like, what's great about me? He's doing an autobiographical comic, and he's just taking the blow his own horn kind of an angle rather than just be self-conscious. So I like this guy's the cut of his jib. So I'm gonna read his book and look him up online. How you like that?
Nice. And Chaos says it's Fantagraphics books. I guess that's a Fantagraphics thing.
Oh, okay. Of course, it would be a visionary company like Fantagraphics to come up with a name, because comics.
Visionary.
Because hey, Fantagraphics is the shizznizzle in indie comics and high-end art comics. Did I say comics?
I think Red Room.
Comics.
I think Red Room is the only book I have from them. I think.
Yeah. And Red Room is it's probably one of the first, I guess, big. I wouldn't say one of the first. There've been many crossovers, but Red Room with Piscor's fame from doing Marvel stuff. A lot of people know his work. Thought you reviewed Static One. I think it's a different kind of Static though, but I would like to pick up a Static number one. I do have a Static number one, come to think of it. Yeah. But not you think about talking about the new one though. Beckerman is here for the taking a break from wrestling. What's up, my friend?
Actually,
C3.
DJ Links has the C3 Whatnot show going right now, raising money
for
the Cancer Society.
Oh, okay.
He is live on Whatnot. But Beckerman took a break to come say what's up to us. Thank you, Beckerman.
Man, that's respect. I love that. Thank you so much, Beckerman. Man, that's devotion. We love you, Beckerman. Incredible Hulk, number 5. This has been pretty good so far. In fact, it's been pretty doggone good so far. So I hope it continues.
Yeah, I love the author. He's great.
Yeah, apparently there's a Power Man backstory here too, by some folks, by Vita Ayala and Aletha Martinez and Matthew Wilson.
I think he's leaving Action Comics, so I'm probably going to drop that book.
Really? Yeah. Later action. She-Hulk, number 1. Sensational, that is. Don't get the adjectives mixed up. This is a pretty nice Jen Bartel cover. Also got the...
Why are we starting? Man, why can't we just keep going? Jeez.
Marvel, dude. Marvel's got to start over. Number 1 is generate income, We got a successful series here, so the logical thing to do is to stop it and start over. Because that means more money. Yeah. Not a fan. I'm going to be dropping...
well, they got the same team.
They did at least keep the same team together, but, they got their little dollar... their number 1 bump for number 1. This is my, I think, 2 more issues of Miles as Spider-Man, and I'll probably be dropping it. Nothing wrong with the book. It's just that, my policy of not going past 12 issues on a mainstream book, it's just... It's a personal thing,
Yeah. I'm way behind on it, but I'm going to keep pulling it. I want to keep
it. So, back at you, brother. Back at you. Nightmare Country, Sandman Universe, that is. Number 5. I've been loving this. Marcus is not a Sandman person. His loss. But it's a sweet universe if you can get into it, but different strokes and all that stuff.
Yeah, I should give it another chance. I should watch that Netflix show.
You should. You just give it 1 episode. Don't give it 2 episodes because it's kind of a slow build in the first episode. Same with the series. Big game. I tell you. I didn't read the last one, but the last one before. I did read the last one. Yeah, that's when more people died. So we're going to see what's going to happen. In this big game has been pretty awesome, man. I love this. And I think I may have already bought the alternates number 2 through my comic shop, but oh well, it means I got 2 of them now. This is the continuation of the Patton Oswalt, Jordan Blum, Tim Seeley written. Got 3 writers on this book, so it's got to be good, right? It's been pretty good so far. Grimm, which could be the penultimate Grimm here. I think this is number. Penultimate. I think. How do I say that magic word? But I look at the solicitations. It looks like this is the one after this might be it for a while at least. We'll see how maybe give me a chance to catch up on this and see how it turns out. But you know, I could be good either way. Maybe you taking a break.
Mind a break.
I know. I mean, like I'm talking like a Shadecraft long break, you know. It's been a minute since Shadecraft has been out, so let's take that long of a break with Grimm. So when I come back, I really miss you. You know, how can I miss you if you never go away?
I want some more Bunny Mask. Is there sickness?
Oh, there's sickness. Yeah, Bunny. I miss Bunny Mask too. Yeah, that was another good one. It'll be back. I think
for that. The hardcover for what's out so far is on. It's coming. It's on FOC this Monday. I've been debating if I want a hardcover or not. I think I do.
I think you need a hardcover. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think
you got to get one.
I think I do too. I think you just pushed me over just now. You're an enabler.
You're welcome. Yes. So, Sirens in the City, one of my little pet projects here. This is number 4. I love this guy's art, and the person that's writing, I think this maybe Kari Randolph. Kari Randolph is doing the art on here and most of the covers. So this is one of my little favorite.
Chris
things.
is in the Chris is in chat pointing out a very subtle point that Lorenzo is part of the problem.
Number 1, and he'll buy it next month. No, this is like the 3rd volume of maybe the 4th volume of Miles Morales Spider-Man, and the dude only been around like what, less than 10 years. What the hell, man? What the actual hell? So I just had enough. I mean, like, okay, I mean, he's a great character and all, but I'm just not going to keep buying these, you know, because I'm reading indies first and foremost. And sometimes I stack the mainstream books, except for maybe Hulk and She-Hulk. Those are 2 of the mainstreams that I read almost right away. And Batman. I'm 1 behind on Batman now, but he might be getting kind of crazy too, so we'll see about that. Dwellings number 2. This is 2 of 3. This is a nice, thick $10 book here. Has that again. Yeah, I mean, they got to be able to get them, man. I mean, it's a Oni Press. Well, my little shop can get it. I'm sure yours can probably get it too, man.
He had the first one. Yeah, he had the first one, so I'm hoping he has the second one. I didn't make it in today.
Just lean on him. Yeah. Like the gangsters. And the last is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. And your BVDs. So yeah, this is an IDW thing. I pre-ordered number 1, the A cover. This is the B cover, which has a kind of a more classical look. And this looks like kind of like a bizarre, horrified version of Winnie the Pooh, and everyone is like, you know, anamorphic animals, and of course, you can tell by the cover here, there's like skulls and body parts and things. It doesn't go very well. So this genre, I think, is kind of it's kind of a thing now. This whole genre of doing the, you know, like the stray dogs, where it's just like it's like a Disney type movie or a childlike universe, but there's horror intertwined into it. So I think this is something that's going to be maybe it was around before, I just didn't realize it, but Stray Dogs really put it on my on my radar. You know, Stray Dogs is more not horror. Yeah, it was horror. Yeah, it was horror. Yeah. I'm trying to. Yep. No, John. You know, it looks like Casper because it's from the what do you call it? The Harvey verse kind of a school of looking. If you remember how those Harvey books like Richie Rich and Hot Stuff and all those look, he's using that same model, only making it like a horror book. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah. So if there are no more questions, we'll proceed with the reviews. All right.
Sid with the reviews.
All right. Here we go. All right. First one we're going to do this week is, I think Robbie said this was one of his favorites, if I'm not mistaken, last week, is American Psycho. And that is from your favorite publisher, Sumerian, formerly Behemoth.
Behemoth.
All hail Sumerian / Behemoth. So let's look into this American Psycho here. So, I had to really kind of reach back. And yes, of course, Chaos, step to the front of the class. What would you like to know? Anytime. I've forgotten some things about this movie because, I remember watching it once and liking it and not remembering a lot after that other than just like this sociopathic, traitor who's just, this dreadful human being. But I was kind of reminded of it in the early parts of the book where they go into another character's background and this guy ends up stalking a woman very much like the other cat did. But this other cat didn't, the lead character in the movie, he didn't really stalk women so much as just murder them, in his house when he got them there. So this guy here is more of a stalker. So I don't know. So I had to kind of just, remember from I didn't want to watch the movie over again. So I said like, okay, I'll just like, it'll come back to me as I go through it. So they rehash a little bit of the stuff from the movie, but they also add a little bit more that wasn't in the movie. And then they moved to, I think it was 2011, I think. So it's not quite the present day, but many years after the original American Psycho. And we see the emergence of a new era of American Psycho. And we're not sure, it's probably a man, but we're not sure if it's a man. Because there's an incident in this nightclub where this asshole just kind of gets what's coming to him, and we're not sure who the perpetrator, who the killer is. And then there's a setup at the end. I don't want to give it away, but this could, Sumerian / Behemoth has got this knack of bringing old movies and making them new. And that's kind of hard to do. I mean, because usually it works the other way around, where the movie comes from the comic book, and here the comic book is coming from the movie. So that they're just turning it the whole thing on its head here. So I got to give them credit for that. And overall, I think I would buy this book again because I want to see who the murderer is, and I want to be like have my memory jogged to see like what the hell happened in that series. So yeah, I don't know if you picked it up or not, but I definitely recommend American Psycho if you if you're into that sort of thing. Did you pick it up, sir?
I didn't pick it up, but I saw a number of people have good things to say about it, and you don't normally see people talk about Sumerian books, so it was different from the norm.
Yeah, you don't. Other than people like me who are just oddballs, yes, mainstream is talking about it. But it's pretty smart because that was a pretty popular movie back in the day. So to
you were really that. This is the only channel. This is the only channel that talks about Sumerian books. I think I can't think. I mean, Chaos has probably mentioned you on the television, but on a regular basis, nah.
Yeah. Well, maybe You Promised Me Comics. I think off the top of my head, they might do it.
He's pretty indie.
Yeah. So I think maybe Jen, Comics Will Break Your Heart, and she may have touched on those a few times. So, yeah.
You Promised Me Comics is one of my Billy the Kid brothers.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Dude, if you know about Billy the Kid, he knows about Sumerian for sure. All right, so next one is Swan Songs number 4, which came out, I think, last week for some folks and this week for other folks. I was able to pick mine up last week, so therefore I got to jump ahead of the curve a little bit. And Swan Songs is so awesome. I found out that I really love the anthology book because you can fall behind on an anthology book and it doesn't matter. You can just pick and choose which ones you've read, and it's not a big deal. So that's one of the great things about anthologies, in particular the ones written by W. Maxwell Prince. And this one's about this guy, just this poor sucker. I mean, I hate to call him that, but he's a nice guy. He's getting out of prison, and he's formed a pretty good relationship with the screws in the prison. This guy, even the guards like him. Everybody, glad Bobby's getting out of prison today. So the guard brought him like a Mad Libs book, except it's called, I think, Sad Libs. They have Sad Libs and I think Bad Libs or whatever. I'm not sure if all of those are things because Mad Libs are not really my thing. I mean, I was just recently made aware of what Mad Libs are. But the guard gives him a Mad Libs book because he's totally into it. I guess it's what got him through prison, and he talks about it and he fills in these blanks, and that's just who he is. But the problem is, he's going to be getting out of prison, and he has nowhere to go except to hang out with his good-for-nothing brother, and his brother is just thuggish, ne'er-do-well friends who are living in the house. I guess that their parents probably left for him or something, So once you get out of prison, if you're not with a good group of people or just keeping to yourself and staying good, you just probably headed right back in. It's just a whole revolving door thing. So his brother has this plan to rob what the hell is it? An armored truck. Or a delivery truck, I think. A delivery truck that delivers money. And he's got this whole plan. And, the guards are just these two old guys and all this. We're going to, set them up. And the plot is to dress up as presidents. And people are like, isn't this just like Point Break? So it's like, maybe not. I don't know. It's like, yes, you idiot. Except they're using, the colonial presidents, like Washington and Jefferson and Jefferson was president, but you know what I'm saying. Folks from that era, those individuals.
Jefferson was president.
No, he was never president. I just corrected myself right there. It's like he was never president. He had
the
power.
Was. Thomas Jefferson was president.
No way. Was he?
He was the third. He was third president.
What number?
Yeah, he beat John Adams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
John Adams or John Quincy Adams. I think John Quincy Adams was his son or some shit. I don't know. But anywho, they're dressing up like these guys. It was John Adams. Okay.
He was number 3. John Quincy was number 6.
Number 6. Who was number 1? Yes. But and his brother is his brother gives him this guilt trip you owe this shit to me. I mean, because I guess his brother got shot in the thing that put Bobby in prison, so now he's guilting him into this this whole thing. He doesn't even want to do it. He's meeting with his baby's, not even his baby's mama. He's his ex-girlfriend who just had a baby by somebody else, and he's such a nice guy that the girl feels sorry for him, and she's like, you need to just get away from your brother and all his ne'er-do-well friends because they're not, you just headed right back to prison. So since this is a story about endings, the way this ends is pretty, it's pretty clever. Some people might think it's maybe a cop-out, but I'm not going to give it away. But it's a very clever ending to this, and I think that is the thing that kind of put me over. I think I would recommend, of course, Swan Songs, the series, but hey, this ending is something I would love to hear from folks who have read it already and see what they think about it. But Ben Franklin was never, he was a founding father, but he was all all pimpish and stuff. He never got into the. He never wanted to be part of the. He wanted to be kind of like behind the scenes, kind of like Roger Stone. Except not as evil. He wanted to be kind of like, okay, I'm going to be inventing stuff, and I'm hanging out with all the founding fathers, and they're Masons. They're doing the secret handshakes and all this stuff. But he never got to be he never wanted to be a president. So yes, that is correct. They're also that's right in Philadelphia. Damn right they are. It was a man just reading that story. All right, so my favorite last book is they're all pretty good, but the last book is Midlife. I think this is maybe the one that you said Robbie was kind of enamored with.
Yeah. That's what he definitely picked up.
Yeah. Midlife is about this guy. Oh my God, I so relate to the early part of this too. This is a guy who is a fireman. He's hitting 50. I'm not sure what happened with his first marriage, but his first wife is in prison. His son is kind of an ingrate and only shows up when he needs money and stuff like that, and doesn't realize that, hey, I didn't have a father. Okay, you're lucky you got me in your life. But before all that happens, the story begins with them like coming from the showing of Batman Forever, and I totally feel their pain and their anguish about this movie. That was one of the few movies I considered getting up and walking out of. I've never walked out of a movie. I mean, I've sat through some horrible movies, but I just thought, I'm just going to hate watch it and just get through it somehow. But Batman Forever, when he pulled out the credit card and the expiration date was forever, I was like, I'm out. That's it. I am done. These guys felt the same way. Okay, so, and that colored his opinion, I guess, of what heroes were. He said heroism is over, and cut ahead to 2022, where he's lying in bed with his new wife, and he's getting up to go to work and all this stuff, and things start to. He's kind of a guardian for people. I mean, there was this homeless person that he looks out for. He has a dog, and just living on the side of the road, and he takes care of the dog and the homeless person. Apparently gets the dog groomed too, because that dog looks pretty good for a homeless person's dog. So anyway, he's a caretaker, and he feels like he needs to be a hero, but he can't be a hero because he's afraid of fire, and he's a fireman. But he works, in the Office of Professional Standards. It was like a desk job, and he catches all kind of shit from morons, all day long, telling them you ain't a real fireman, how dare you judge me, and all this stuff. And then there's an incident, as you all know, because it gives away. I won't say what the incident is because that's one of the main storylines, or I should say plot points in the story, when he discovers that he is fireproof. And what happens after that would be determined, and we need to follow the story to find out. And there's this cute little kid who's like, him and his wife are taking care of this cute little kid here. And her mother is like, I think, a drug addict or something. And, he's just looking out for the whole. He's just a real hero. Everything you could imagine what a firefighter, is. This dude is that. And, he's just a real good dude. And this couldn't happen to anybody better because, he's. I'm really rooting for this story to be, I hope they got a lot of stories, a lot of storylines here. Like his rotten kid and his new wife and the wife in prison and the drug addict friend and all that stuff. But man, this Robbie is absolutely correct on that, and y'all should check this out. Midlife #1. Be there, aloha. All right then, that wasn't too bad, was it?
I might have. I'm going to see if I can't find that book. The Fomo is taking over. I want to get that one.
Yeah, you should.
And
yeah.
Chaos says Philadelphia is better than SIKTC, and I respect it. I know a lot of people really love Philadelphia, man. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, those are two damn good books. I can't be mad at you if you love either one of them more than the other. It was not a good book right now. I'm going to read
Philadelphia. I started reading it, but then I got off it. I need to get back to it.
Thanks to my brother Willie, who's unfortunately slept on Midlife. If I can find a copy, I'll get one to you. I'm sure I can because I don't think it's sold out. But Philadelphia was sent to me by my good friend Willie, our good friend Willie, and a friend of the show, the second volume. So I haven't had a chance to start on that, but I did start on Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, and man, that's just blowing me away. I'm halfway through with it, so I gotta check it out.
When you get to the end of issue 3, that's when it's like, okay, all right.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Go save that thing that we didn't know about.
Oh, please don't say anything. I can't wait. I can't wait to be horrified and surprised by whatever it was. Because our issue number 2, like really? That's what's happening here. He's into this. Oh, okay. All right. So I look forward to it. No, Ross. I thought about. I was thinking about buying a trade of Rednecks. I want to jump in at the front at the beginning of it. I don't want to jump in like an issue, whatever it is at now, like into the double digits. But that's on my list of stuff I like to check out for sure. Yeah. So what isn't a great book, segue again, is The Amazing Spider-Man, which is coming out next week. And they're gonna they're gonna be married to this whole him turning into a goblin thing. I don't know if I even want to justify that with what the heck? Let's just check it. And by the way, thanks to you guys. Russ, Chris, Chaos, and you were just trying to get me to do this last week. I just couldn't figure it out, but I finally figured out how to navigate this thing. And thanks for y'all sticking around with me. But it's still running kind of slow because we're out here in the honeycomb hideout with bad internet. But yes. Right click. Oh, that's what you do. Opening a new window.
They grow up so fast.
Yes, they do. Keep in mind, most folks my age can't even turn on a computer. All right, so so they're in love with this thing, but I don't know. I kind of like this. This is the JR Junior and JR Senior, and that's also a trade variant of this one also. It's kind of cool, but no. Just no. I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man.
That number 4 book for my favorite book. I don't think it's usually that high, is it? Number 4. Okay,
I don't know.
I got distracted.
Well, it's coming down to the last. This is the, dare I say, penultimate book in the arc of this your favorite book. And let's get to your favorite book. Let's skip over this stuff here and get right to it. What do you think his favorite book is?
Oh, I think everyone who knows me knows it's no secret.
Yes, indeed you do. That's like KTC 34.
I bought a lot of these covers. I bought most of these covers, in fact.
Yeah, the A is pretty dope too. I mean, that's I think I may have gotten the FOC of this one, which I think is the same as that. This is the B. Kamukoli. Kamukoli. What one you haven't seen? Oh, Trick or Treat. Yeah,
I had to order this one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That one will be hot. I think that one's going to be hot for Halloween.
It comes out just in time.
Trick or Treat variant.
Yes,
the Trick or Treat variants for DC are going to be hot, and I think this one's going to be hot. Yes,
Jack Rudo, I'm looking at you. Trick or Treat. It's Mr. Halloween. So another one of note here. This is the FOC Gist variant.
That one is not as popular. It's not as popular as I thought it would be. It is not sold out on Tfal, and when it's popular, it sells out. So I was surprised that it didn't go as hard as I thought it would.
Yeah, I do like it. And here's another. Okay, this is another FOC, but just with the different set of fangs. So what does this symbolize? Is this the House of Cutters? Crest here? I'm not sure. I don't.
Is that the dragon?
I don't think it's the old dragons one. I think his fangs are in the middle. It's just downward fangs are in the middle, I think, on that one. But look at me being an expert on masks and fangs.
I was actually thinking about, I don't know if we'll do it, but I was actually thinking about maybe trying to do a video trying to make sense of this world as we know it so far, the different houses and the history that we do know. But I was like, oh, that's a lot of work. But yeah, I might end up doing it.
Of the SIKTC world?
Yeah, just because I was reading House of Slaughter, I caught up on House of Slaughter, and there was just like a lot of stuff. I was like, man, I really want to get a firmer grasp of this world, you know. And you're getting new information, but the old information you read a year and a half ago, you know, so you're not connecting the dots as well as you might. So I want to go back and try and really focus on it and connect the dots and really understand this world.
Yeah, good on you. How far did you catch up on House of Slaughter?
All the way. I'm ready to go.
My man.
I'm up to 18. I'm ready for 19.
Ooh, I gotta catch up.
I feel like I'm gonna have to read this current arc with Bait again because I want to make sure I understand it better, because there was some times where I wasn't quite sure, because there's some jump around and, you know, you're not sure if in the past or in the future sometimes. Which, you know, that book does that to you, where you're not sure if you should read straight across, or if you should come down on the page. Like it's confusing sometimes the way they do that book.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have to read. I'm gonna read 18. I'm gonna finish this arc, but I'm definitely gonna have to read the whole thing again.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the second read helps. I know it does me.
Oh yeah.
All right, Void Rivals number 5. Man, how awesome is this book, huh? Anybody? Yeah, Void Rivals is just awesome. It's a pretty quick read, and you can get they got, if you didn't get first prints, there's multiple prints of every issue. So yeah, it's not too late to join the bandwagon. I'm sorry. Let's see any very cool. Who's this?
I still need a first print of the #1 for She-Hulk, that last series. I've got to fix that, actually.
We'll see what we can do about that. This is the Dyke Ruan, I think the B cover. Yeah, another pretty cool one is this one, which is 1 for 10 Manhanini cover. I like this.
Easy for you.
Very nice. Yeah. And what the hell? 1 for 25 Darbo.
Nice.
I know. God, whatever happened to my guy? What the hell is his name again? Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah, he was. I think he was.
He's Mephisto.
Ooh, I think he turned down a role, or he got turned down for some big role that he would have been seemingly great in, but I forget what that role was again. So gotta start taking my.
There's been rumors of him being Mephisto over the past few years, but they're firing up again. I forget what he's supposed to be in it, or what show it's in, but yeah.
Well, with
Agatha, I think, actually.
And Agatha, that would be cool.
I think, yeah.
You know, with the actors, you know, saying "F you" to the contracts they were offered, I don't know if when it's going to get back to actual production anytime soon. The writers are back in full, but I bet something to do with AI was a sticking point in that contract.
Man, have you seen that? They were showing a video of some cheerleading movie, and they put AI in the crowd. And it's like super creepy looking.
Yeah,
they're gonna try and stop paying extras and just have AI faces in the crowd.
That's what I think may be a sticking point with this whole contract. And yeah, I mean, I think
that's a ton of jobs. There's
a
ton of jobs,
and the producers know this, and they know they got that money's already spent, baby. You know, oh no, that's already a done deal. You know, fuck those extras, forget about it. All right, there's so many good indies here that I'm just gonna go with the indies, man, because it's just like it's a big week next week. It was a pretty big week for me this week, but just because I had a lot of subs that came due. But next week is actually, I think, going to be a fairly big week for indies. And this Ice Cream Man 37, which I'm going to show you the cover that I bought. This is a nice cover here too. They're cute, they're cuddly, and they're caught in a conflagration of candy cannons and cartoony combat. But who are the Figgly Bumps, and what happened to their creator? Yeah, that's a good question. But this is a cover that I'm, they're all very nice, very nice. This is the one I don't know what it is about this one. I think I bought a couple, 2-3 copies of this one. I pre-ordered it. I don't know. It just touches some kind of nostalgia, or I don't know, maybe for cuddly animals that drive tanks. I don't know. But all dairy action, irregularly published. Sign me up, man. Plus retro stuff anyway is just in my wheelhouse. So yeah, I'm loving that. All right, what else? Okay, and just this one, just to talk about a little bit, that we were talking about the Golden Age books. They were just getting their own. I think the Flash got his own book this week. Jay Garrick, the Flash, and Alan Scott next week gets his own book. This I think is a limited series. They're gonna just throw it out there and see if it floats. I don't recognize the creative team, Tim Sheridan and Clan Tormey. Maybe if I was more of a DC reader, it would be more on my radar, but unfortunately, no. But yeah, Golden Age Green Lantern.
Larry Love, yeah. I will do that, Larry. Absolutely.
What was Larry say? Oh, if you got a chance, check out the magazine. Okay, ID Magazine, cool. Oh, the Peter Nyong'o on the front page. Oh my goodness, keep it away from the wife.
Say less. Say less.
What's up, K-pop? Yes, we are all weird up in here. All up in this weirdness.
And K-pop is she recognizes weird because she is weird.
Right on with the weirdness. I'm here for it. All right. Man. I recently, you got to catch up on this too. I just read number 13 of What's the Furthest Place from Here. Man, this book, you were asking me if I'm thinking about dropping it. Not a chance. Not a chance. I'm at 15. I'm riding it out. I'm riding it out. Yep. This book, man, is number 13. Just like hit me pretty hard. I don't know if you read it or not, but Alabama has an experience where she's locked up, and man, the whole book is it's so well done, man. It's so cinematic in the way that they did this thing. You got to catch up on this, man.
I am playing. Like I said, I just caught up on House of Slaughter. I finally read Joe Fixit. I've been working on catching up here recently. So
yeah,
this one up.
Yeah. Those are two good ones. I got to catch up on.
Joe Fixit was good, but I was glad it was only 5 issues.
Really?
It kept me for another one. But I liked the 5 issues. But
so it almost went.
Feel like I needed more.
It almost went an issue too long. You're saying? Okay.
No, it was perfect. I thought it was perfect.
Okay. Perfection as it is. Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
All right. I know you like this one. I think you like this one. I remember I think it was you that said something about Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. And I did enjoy the first issue. No? No. It was a different Comic Son. Okay. Well, anyway, this, I think...
You floozy.
I do. Just scattered them all over creation. Oh, God. There's no alimony, thank God. You're all grown men by now. So, yeah, this is the last issue in this issue. So, if you are following this book, whoever it was that pulled it to my attention, this is the last issue. So, you might want to. Well, you probably already know that because you're reading it. Oh my God! Here we go, right here. I think I mentioned this a few weeks ago, but I didn't go into deep detail about it. This is another James T. book coming out very soon, like next week, probably, because these guys.
Is it the Christmas book?
No, it's from Image. I know some Image is definitely coming out next week. It's Universal Monsters, and they're starting with Dracula, and this is James T's like retelling of the Dracula legend. So, and Martin Simmons hold the presses. Martin Simmons is the artist, so it's got to be dope, man. It's got to be dope.
Department of Truth feel to it.
Mm-hmm. I ordered this Joshua Middleton B variant, which is also very nice. If it my slow loading, see, it's not me this week. It's the internet. I blame the internet. All right, there it is. Yeah, that's a very classic Dracula look there. And there was another one. I think this is the Simmons cover here. Oh, that's the main cover. I already looked at that one. So yeah, and there's a Scotty Young cover also. I think I may get the. There's always a Scotty Young cover for sure. And Scotty is so versatile. Oh, I just looked at this one already. See, it's just so slow. Come on, man. People are waiting. Did you tell? There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, this is vintage Scotty here. I might. This may be exclusive. I'm not sure. Does it say? Doesn't say. Okay, it might be open order. If it's open order, I'm getting it. I'm not sure if I ordered these.
I'll probably have to get this.
Yeah, I ordered 3 copies. I'm not sure. I know the A cover and the Simmons B cover, or I should say the other cat whose name escapes me right now. The Joshua Middleton B cover, and either the third one was the Scotty Young cover or the blank. So I might want to do a Dracula like myself at some point. I don't know. I'm starting to collect those blank covers now because I want to get back into that. Or I should say into it for the first time. I've never drawn covers before.
I've got a few. Yeah, if you're looking for any, I've been stacking some. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, did you read Rare Flavors? Did you order Rare Flavors even from Ron V and Philippe Andrade?
I watched Evil's Comics review on it. It was kind of interesting, but I decided not to get it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
It's interesting. It does sound it sounds.
It's right up my alley because it focuses on food. I love cooking. I love eating, and this is a demon who has come to Earth to. Who is a fan of the late Anthony Bourdain, and Bourdain dying inspired him to come to Earth and just escape and enjoy the things that he loved. I guess in the afterlife or in hell, wherever he comes from, food is a thing that they don't enjoy. So it's a thing that's unique to this realm, if you will. I've heard that before in some stories where they talk about angels don't eat, other supernatural characters don't eat. So eating is a very human thing. So you want to experience that again. So there's more to it than that. There are people coming after him because he's not supposed to be here. But it's totally in that same style of the many deaths of Layla Starr, that same look, because it's Philippe Andrade is the artist. So yeah. All right. No, you're not. This is not your cup of tea, but you should check it out. Oh, and speaking of, even though we weren't, of distillery, this is an offshoot from the distillery book, Gone. This is the one, I don't know if you read it yet, but the little boy who was a stowaway on that rocket. And this is, I think, Jock is doing this one, right? Is it Jock by himself? Jock by himself. Jock is doing this.
I think it is.
Yeah. And this is, I guess, the story in the distillery book was pretty. In the what they call it, the Devil's Cut, was pretty awesome. So And these are all going to be like 48-page prestige size formats. There was some complaining about it in the comments, but I'm cool with it. I mean, distillery was good. I don't. It's going to be hard to protect, and maybe that's the intent. I think sometimes the creators do that. They think this book is meant to be read. This is not a book that's going to accrue value. If it does accrue value, okay, great. But I think this is they made this book big so you can enjoy the size of it. Because I really, the bigger the book, it's more of an enjoyable experience. At least for me, at least.
$8.99.
Are you out of your mind? There's some interesting.
Not a cheap book.
Is this but it's worth it though, man. I mean, I know, but it's not coming out twice a month like Amazing Spider-Man, so you don't have to So I'd buy one of these over 2 Amazing Spider-Man. At this point in time, this is your daddy's Amazing Spider-Man. This is something else here. This is Joelle Jones here, maybe. Yeah, Joelle Jones. Yeah, one of my favorites. Yeah, she did this one too. So awesome. The Mizuno variant, we can check that one out. It's a 1 for $25. Oh, I bought a 1 for $10 and it got lost in the mail. Sky point for my 1 for $10.
Man, the 1 for $50 must be foil or something. Because if it's not, what are you talking about? 1 for $50.
Which one is that? Oh, this. Ooh, 1 for $50 price variant.
Yeah, that better be. A super shiny foil or something.
I mean, even if this is still a pretty basic design for 1 for $50. I mean, this could have been a 1 for $10 easily, and that Joelle Jones could have been a 1 for $50.
That does not make sense as a 1 for $50.
It doesn't. I'm not even gonna wait for it to load. Yeah, Peach Mocha would have been a better choice for the 1 for $50. Yeah, this one looks much better. Yeah, Peach, the Peachster. What else we got coming out? Alice Ever After. It'll be tight like that. We can go each other's names. Alice Ever After is good. I'm collecting that. Edenwood is something I think I may have pre-ordered.
Yeah, John, my shop thankfully sells those magazine bags and boards separately.
I mean,
quarter. I can't remember.
Quarter's pretty good for a magazine bag and board. Tefal sells your basic bag and board for a quarter.
Yeah. It might be more. I can't remember though. It's like you buy 10 of them for a price, but I can't remember the price. Ah,
okay. So this Edenwood joint. This is, who is this? This is Tony Daniel. Okay, and Natalia Marquez. I'm not familiar with the colorist. I guess Tony Daniel is writing and drawing it. She's a colorist. Okay, yeah. This is a multiverse between demons and witches. Yada yada yada. Okay, it's still one of those witch demon war thingies. And it's by Tony Daniel.
He writes on Scott Snyder's a writer, but he does get writing credit sometimes. But I haven't seen him write anything else. This is new.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Did Tony do that? It was a book that came out years ago that never went past issue number 2. It was Chin Music. Maybe it was another Tony that I'm thinking about, but I don't know. We'll see. I like this Melina variant. It's kind of cool. I hope I ordered that one. Who's Jorge Molina. Yeah, this is cool. I like that one. It looks, I guess if its characters look more like this. This is the Stegman. I guess Ryan Stegman. It's done a 1 for $25. Yeah, this is very much his style here. Oh, that's cool. The Ghost Rider-ish. I like it. Yeah. And then there's what is this? Looks like a 1 for 10. Demons and witches and demons and Lord have mercy. Yeah, this is the 1 for 10 sketch by Mr. Daniel.
Only
Dude can draw.
4 pages.
Yeah. Is that accurate though? Yeah, I guess it's just a basic $3.99 comic. Yeah, and there's a blank, and yeah. So yeah, I think I pre-ordered it, but not quite sure. Wouldn't say it under oath.
Normally you'd get like 32 pages though for that money. That's kind of short.
You would. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll take 24 quality. Back in the day, you know, they only did you 20, I think, in the Silver Age, 20 pages of actual art. I could be wrong about that. Have you read Plot Holes yet? Number 3? Number 2, I should say, because number 3 is coming out soon.
Oh, I just recently got it. I haven't read it yet, though.
Okay. Yeah, check out Plot Holes.
I did not get the A cover. I don't have the A cover either. I might have to go find it. Mm-hmm. I got that Calvin and Hobbes cover.
Yes, the Calvin Hobbes character is very cool. And Black Hammer, The End, number 3 is coming out. The Ribbon Queen, number 4. Oh, that is coming, and that is just going swimmingly so far. Garth Ennis is back as far as I'm concerned. And what else we're going to take a look at here? Oh, you just get out of control.
Stout, are you talking about Edenwood? Which one were you talking about? You bought 100 of both. Was that Edenwood?
I think he's talking about Bags and Boris, most likely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Like, you got 100 comics? Wow.
Oh, did I just fuck up? I fucked up. I'm sorry. I did it. I blame myself.
Is there sickness?
Oh, I know. Oh, I'm such a... Oh, God. I messed
Blame
up.
yourself.
I gotta go back to the page. I'm just such a habit of clicking on it rather than just like right-clicking on it, you know. So you just gotta reload the page, go back to where we were, yada, yada, yada. Start all over again. Thank you. Very unforgiving page here, League of Comics Geeks. All right. I won't do it again, I promise. Now, where were we? We're almost to the end. Hallows Eve. The Big Night. Are you excited about that at all?
Nope.
Good answer. We'll pass on that one too. Oh, we already passed it anyway. What else we got here? Negaduck, I heard is pretty good. I'm not reading it, but I heard it's pretty good. The Schlub, I was kind of disappointed in the Schlub. But, you know, it was actually a penultimate book. So it looked better than it actually turned out. I mean, I think Willie said that it was like too busy on the page. I kind of agree with that. And also it just was, you know, I think he's a better artist than he is a writer. So no disrespect. No disrespect. Oh, okay. He's talking. Oh, yeah. He's talking about 100 bags and boards. Open the 60 tabs ahead of time. Oh, 60 tabs. Oh, we're really gonna crash it. We're really gonna crash the whole network now. Yeah. I mean, can I even handle 60?
I was gonna suggest that, but sometimes when you open, sometimes when you open that menu, you still have to load the page anyway.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't suggest it, but I did.
Yeah, see, if I had like, you know, high-speed cable internet and out here in the barn where we were broadcasting from, then it would probably be a better deal, you know.
You need to get you a really long Ethernet cord.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, that's that might end
or
up
an extender
being a solution.
Do you have an extender out there?
A Wi-Fi extender? Yes. Oh, not out here, but very, very close by. Very close by. Maybe I should get one out here. That might work. Damn. Now you're thinking circumstances. Damn. All right. So the circumstances. The Sickness is number 3 is coming out next week. I'm still waiting on number 2, but got backlogged a little bit. But it looks like it may come out next week. If not, then we'll give it a little bit of space because, it's an indie book. Now, this is something I for sure ordered. For sure. This is Dark Spaces, that Dark Spaces franchise from IDW, which apparently is getting rid of all its non-licensed properties, but has not yet. So this one is coming out.
Yeah,
as is.
Yeah, they have not yet.
Yeah, as is a lot of stuff that we love right now is still out. But anyway, Dark Spaces Dungeon. This is a story about a family that moves into this house in the woods of New Hampshire, and they discover this actual dungeon, and written on the door of the dungeon is actually "Tell No One." So that's not scary at all. And so, of course, on the cover you can see like footsteps leading out of the dungeon, which is never a good sign. So I pre-ordered this book. I don't seem to have any really shocking or special covers other than the A cover, which is self-explanatory enough. Yeah, this one's. Oh yeah, now that I see it up close. Yeah. That's what you don't want to see right there. Yeah, this is by I think Wynn, our guy who did Dustin Wynn, who did Little Monsters. Yeah, he's got another. You can see a version variant of that too. Yeah, so let's take a look at this 1-for-100 Sweeney Boo. Oh, okay.
Chaos is on one in the chat right now.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
He wants to know the barn. He wants to know the barn. Is that where Janet sends you?
Yes. She does send me out here in the barn with the hosses and the pigs and everything else. Yes, creepy weepy.
He's from Las Vegas, so you know. He's from Las Vegas, so you know he's telling the truth. There are a bunch of freaks out there.
Freak out. So, another one that I did order because I'm a very awesome judge of awesome indie comics that will be coming out. Patting myself on the back. Is Slow Burn from Boom Goes to Dynamite Studios. And this is an interesting combination of a New York City junkie, her dying partner, a dementia-riddled old man, and they pull into this coal mining ghost town in central Pennsylvania. Now, has anyone ever heard of Centralia, Pennsylvania? There's a no prize for anyone who has. Yes? No? Well, it turns out Centralia,
Illinois.
There's a Centralia in every damn state, it seems like. So like Springfield. It's a Springfield everywhere. But Springfield, you got me going now. Centralia, Pennsylvania, is an actual real ghost town that has an underground fire still raging in a coal mine that was closed down years ago. And they just can't put it out. Fuck it. Seal it up. just pretend this is not there. And they predict it will burn for God knows how long because it's a self-contained fire. But I'm sure it won't be a problem with it. There's the Centralia Street. It's a very common name for everything. Yeah. So, and then on another note, did you know that there's very close to your neck of the woods, there's a fire burning in St. Louis underground? An atomic fire? Yes. This is the last thing about this, so I can move on. But look up Atomic Homefront on YouTube. Atomic Homefront is an excellent video on how these people are living with this ongoing nuclear fire every damn day, in their community. And it's not a damn thing they can do about it. And it's a fascinating story. I recommend it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
A good reason to find a way to move. Nuclear seems bad.
It is bad, but they did that shit everywhere, man. I mean, even here in Washington, there's like the Hanford site where they built the first damn bomb. They just kind of shovel that over the ashes, like, oh, we just pretend this is not here too. Tap a little dirt on it and just walk away. That's how they do that shit. The belief is I'll be gone and you'll be gone when it has to come to pay. hopefully it never comes to pay. But yeah, I love this book. Nothing really super special about the covers, but it sounds like a great premise, and the whole fact that it's actually bringing the real life Centralia, Pennsylvania into a story just fascinates me. All right, so Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. I read number 1 of that. The concept is awesome. Not super in love with that first issue though. But I wish the brother well, because I think he's got a deal on a TV show, and right on, get that money. Oh God, let it gasoline. We only barely knew ye. One of these days, Willie, I know. Empath is something that I think might be good also. I have hopes for this more so than Black Cotton. I should say. No shade, I'm sorry, my friend, but Empath is a guy estranged from his family, and it falls in with these psychic warriors and stuff. So and it's created by Brian Hawkins, who is the writer. I can get his picture down. Yeah, Brian Hawkins, artist Deborah Carlita, and I did this Black Box Comics. I just took a flyer on it and just ordered it, so it might be good. We'll see. Oh, here's a good.
There's a book called Siphon from Image. It's he's like an empath with powers too.
I think I read Siphon number 1. Yeah, I remember that. This one is dropping this funky ass Prism. A 40-page first issue for the same 32-page price. You're welcome. The Prism is this is so interesting here if you read this. Noise pollution is crushing life on Earth. The largest mega corporation on the planet finances a crazy project called the Prism Project, purifying, recording interplanetary space mission to combat the phenomenon, I should say. Sending a musical supergroup into space to record an album that would produce sounds able to push back the threat known as SOTW, smoke on the water, and save the planet. Where rock and roll excess and the survival of all life on Earth collide, there is the Prism. As crazy as that shit sounds, I ordered a couple copies from a Blaze Comics. Oh my God! I mean, it could be a big bomb, but. But I think I ordered maybe the A cover, and this one is the B cover. I want to say the Martinez C cover, I should say. So that looks kind of nice. And I think this one here, the Nieto homage cover. Now, who has this? Maybe I think some comic that I don't know. But maybe somebody out in the chat knows. But yeah, so the feedback is mixed on this. As you can see, some people say this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Pulled, smoke on the water, dog. It might be a bit of a stretch, but we'll see. We shall see. All right. So there's a couple of more here. Oh, here we go. Paladin of Axes. This is one I've been meaning to talk about. This is from Image, so it'll definitely come out next week. Yeah. This is the world's been again with the rock band. He's working himself to death, and that's in the equal parts Evil Dead and Time Bandits. And it's a horror comedy. So Paladin of Axes, and created by Gary Dugan and David O'Sullivan. So is this something that might wet your whistle?
I don't know. I don't think.
I don't know. Well, just throwing it out there. Well, I tell you, thanks y'all for sticking around with us for this long, as we've come to that magical time where we're going to do the penultimate book of Metallica. That's what I'm talking about. Chaos, man. Chris is all over it. So
I wanted to say Metallica.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's one thing. But I'm not a super metal. I guess back in the day I used to like AC/DC and stuff like that. But in my old age, I've gotten a little bit more mellow. I was very much of a rock guy. So it's time, folks. It's 7:30 already. We ran long already. I know y'all got to go to bed on the East Coast. So here is that penultimate book. It is time for the penultimate book. And this week, that penultimate book is Drive Like Hell. Now, this is, there was a lot of books that were like, some weeks there's like maybe one standout, but there was some standouts this week that almost made it. But Drive Like Hell, I guess, because of who's the writer and who's the artist especially. And it didn't hurt the fact that they already have their own trailer made. And here it is right here.
That always helps.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Drive like hell.
Look that up in your funkin' wagnalls. Man, that was that was loud. Talk about Metallica. I had to tone that down. It was still pretty loud. But the gist of it is Bobby Ray had it made. One last big job, and it was Splitsville, USA for him. Set for life with this girl by his side. Then everything went wrong, and poor Dahlia took a bullet to the brain, and they made their escape. Thing is, dear Dahlia didn't stay dead. Now Bobby's found himself plunged into the battle of otherworldly proportions, and if he wants to get out of Dodge with his skin intact, he's gonna have to drive like hell. And Rich Duick is writing it. Alex McCormick, who was excellent. I've heard people review. There's a review down below that says that his art is just like drop your jaw awesome. He
was on Crimson Cage. I really like.
He's on Crimson Cage and on Duel and on so many other good projects. Excuse me. Yeah. So. Yeah, I pre-ordered one of these, thank God. And this is such a great team. Even the letterer, Hassan Aswami Allahu, I think was the way you pronounce this person's name. I hope so. So this just like this is an action movie in your hands right here. So this is so be careful with it. Yes. Hey, what's up, D'Artagnan? Good to see you, sir. Oh, yeah. So this is something I'm definitely picking up. I already got it coming from my comic shop. Yeah, and that is our...
Chaos said that you heard this one before.
Yeah? I've heard it before, and they're doing it again. Well, I tell you, Chaos, it all comes back around. Drive like hell every thread. Well, that must be a reason for that, I guess.
Old is new.
Exactly. I mean, look at the Fast and Furious franchise. It must be a market for that, you know. I mean, it's like car porn. You know, it's a thing. It's a real thing. People love cars, man, and everything to do with cars. Any and everything to do with cars. You know, so hey, Resident 76. If you stay long enough, you'll make it. It's an extra late that we're here today. Not extra, but kind of late. But yeah, so I think this has its place. This genre definitely is worth checking out, and Drive Like Hell could be good because that creative team, man, I love the art. I love the art. And the final book on this very, very long, but not as long as last week, it's called Mitch. Now, Mitch is like about this this rabbit. Mitch was very close to being the penultimate book. I mean, I was already finding artwork for Mitch, but I went with the whole Fast and Furious thing. This is an anthropomorphic rabbit who is just like this, you know, like they call him a chunky Roger Rabbit with a bad attitude, and it's like Roger Rabbit meets Indiana Jones. And you know the art is very, very cool on this too. It's a creator is the writer artist Maxim Simic, and so I love me some writer artists, and they got a couple of different covers. There's a Fontanelli cover. There's one that's like a blue cover that's I think a one for 100, or so one, I think 100 copies were printed is the deal. So that's a different kind of ratio. And I think they're all by Mitch too, all these covers. Oh, Fontanelli does this cover here, but Mitch does all the artwork. Maxim does all the artwork. Maxim, I get them all mixed up. But yeah, the whole like grouchy rabbit, you know, you got me with that, man. So I think I might have to find this. Once again, it's a Scout comic. You know, it's a Scout comic that. I know you were stuck with rabbit, but oh my God! I mean, are you kidding me? Of course, pull that shit instantly. It was almost penultimate, man, almost. But that's gonna do it. Marcus loves car porn. Oh my God, he offered Eddie Murphy's towel papers. Oh, he didn't fall. Didn't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, literally, did you? Yeah, man, Chaos is with me on this. So yes, that's it, y'all. Thanks for sticking around this long. This has been such a blast. Maybe this is like an hour and a half deal now, rather than you combine reviews and everything with it. So I think it might work.
I'm gonna take a 5-hour energy drink next week. I'll be ready.
Yes, I'll send you a case of Monster. Love some Scout. Yeah, I hear you. Scout makes good stuff. Yes, so I'm going to look for it.
Shout out to the chat. We got Blowtorch in stores next week. Look for that for Alfred Page in the chat. K-pop. Thanks for coming through, K-pop. Good to see you, Chris. Always a good time in the chat. Thanks for coming through. And of course, always everybody else. President 76 came in late. Good to see John Stout, D'Artagnan, all the homies, man. Always a good time.
Yes, always glad to see everyone here. And we'll be doing the same thing next week on Wednesday, God willing. So you guys have a great week. Read your comic books, enjoy them, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Denver! City by the Bay! John Denver!
Is a fire really necessary?
Ask them.